going on, guys? Ironcane here, back in the Breakers Season 2 video. In today's video, I actually wanted to change things up a little bit. I was grinding with the boys for Golden Week because obviously those 250,000 gains for 15 tickets aren't going to play themselves. So we were grinding, and we played about an hour's worth of matches. And also, not to brag, but I actually have 550 hours on this game. I just said 500 because it's a little more attractive than saying 550. And technically, I mean, not to be, you know, I actually have, like, if you add in the beta, it's more like, you know, 600. But anyways, basically, I just wanted to show off what, like, peak and prime Survivor gameplay looks like for Dragon Ball: The Breakers. This is what a group that is very skilled, very talented. And we were just mopping raiders up left and right. So I have an hour's worth of gameplay here. I'll be commentating the first couple matches. And then the last couple, I'm just going to let the gameplay speak for itself. In the comments below, let me know how you feel about this video. If you want me to commentate all the matches, I can do that if you like. But I just kind of wanted to experiment here and see if this is a video that you guys would like to see more of in the future. So let's go ahead and pull up the gameplay, shall we? Alrighty, we have our match here, and I'm floating up in the corner here because once the gameplay starts, that way you guys don't have your vision obscured. But we're going up against a raider here. It is a Vegeta raider going to Green Coast, and the raider that we went up against, Please 95 Keys, which is a good strategy. Shout out to him for having that as his name. It's a goated name. We actually go up against this exact raider on 3 separate occasions, and this looks really weird, me just like kind of floating here. Anyways, it's gonna make sense in a second. So there we go. That's why I was floating there. So yeah, so 99 keys or 95 keys. We 99 them, but 95 them is also good as well. But what I mean by 99 keys is basically planning them just before it's completed. And the reason why we do this is because it counters camping, it counters area destruction, and it's a good way to kind of like overwhelm a raider really fast. So the reason, or the way we do this on this map specifically, I believe there's a moment in time where you have A99, B99, and C99. I believe there's a moment where the raider destroys you know, one of the areas, and we just straight up set it right before it's destroyed. So that's the reason why we do that. So unfortunately here, I typically like to get some early damage on the raider when they're level 1. Sadly, we were not able to do that here. And one thing I do want to bring up, while the match was starting, me and Gogeta were going towards the same cave. I actually wanted to go to the cave, and I feel like I got there first. But anyways, I feel like as survivors, you really shouldn't be exploring the same areas, and especially not the same cave or the same building as other players, because you're wasting time. Like the advantage that you have over the raider is that you could be at multiple places at once, finding items, finding sodas, finding cubes to level up, and most importantly, finding keys and Dragon Balls. So it's very important to split up and to explore the 5 different areas as much as you can, as fast as you can, to get a big advantage on the raider as fast as possible. So at this point into the game, it's about 2 minutes in. We have 2 keys found. We have 1 player down. Everybody's at least with their dragon chains besides the player that is down. So typically what we do, because most of us have instant transmission, we normally wait before the survivor is just about to die, unless we know the raider is very far away. That's when we wait to res the player here. So as you can see, somebody instant transmission to oops. Just my laptop casually freezing on me. I love it. So what happened here was that I was going to save Gogeta, or I was on my way to. And since my fellow survivors knew that I was distracting Nappa and he was attacking me, my allies were just like, all right, now is my chance to go in and save Gogeta. So we revived Gogeta, and I was able to get out okay. Also, shout outs to laying delay notification. I think this is an ability that will really age well. I feel like it complements my build really well. I actually want to make a video on not just landing delay notification, because I've already done that, but just this build that I've been rocking. I feel like there's 2 really good builds to run the game right now. It's either what I'm using, or instead of having the pose ability, you have the rocket ability, just to give yourself an extra escape in case you find yourself in a bind. I like charming pose because I'm a pretty aggressive player. Sometimes, you know, I do fumble occasionally, but the reason why I do equip pose is so I can get in the raider's face, use their, force them to use their evasive ability or their knockback, then hit them with a pose, and then land a super attack right after, and then be out. So, at this point, we have A placed, and we 99C And I believe D is about to be 99 as well. And what we use to communicate with one another is actually the ping system. We are all these players that I was playing with. Besides like one, I think we had 5 players here, including myself. So we just had the 6th player was not with us. We do have a group chat, but the way we communicated with one another was through the ping system. So once we would 99 a key, we would ping at it to let everybody else know that we 99'd it. And then I believe Shin or somebody pinged D to let us know that, or E pinged D to let us know that it was all set and ready to go. So at this point, we're rocking and loading. We have like rocking and rolling. I don't even know what I said there. We have 2 keys, 99, and all we need to do is find E and then just get D 99, and then we pretty much have this raider right where we want him, right? Everybody's doing pretty good Dragon Change wise. I'm working towards a level 3. We have a few level 1s, but a majority of the team is level 2, which is very nice. I believe Cats gets down here, just because I don't think they have their transformation, and they're like in the caverns of D, like the underground. So it's very difficult to escape the raider at that point if you don't have your transformation. And all the civvies are gone, so the only way Nappa is going to level up at this point is by downing us, since we took out his other source of evolution charge via the civilians. So we pretty much have a lock on the way this match is going to turn out. The only way I feel like the raider can really come back here is if we just continually misplay. And unfortunately, we're just that goated, bro. We're just that guy, you know. So at this point, I believe we have like 5 Dragon Balls as well. At this point, I'm just trying to look for more cubes, and then I'm trying to make my way over to Cats. And now we found E. So basically, we just got to 99 that key, and then we're looking really, really good. So I believe I actually have a run-in with Nappa here. I was attempting to get over to Cats, but I was feeling the grapple nerf was enough for me. So I figured a lot of us have our transformations. A lot of us are level 2, so I figured why not throw hands of the raider here. Unfortunately, I did not bait out Nappa's knockback ability, so I wasn't able to take full advantage of my pose going off. So Nappa is losing this fight, and shoutouts to this raider. They actually play this pretty smartly. They just choose to do area destruction, but because we're big brain and we 99D, Shin was able to plant this key, and basically his area destruction was null and void for this area. Of course, you know, he's limiting an area for the survivors, so it's still negative for us. But if you guys don't know, each time a raider destroys an area where a key has not been placed, the Super Time Machine startup time decreases by 5%. Base is 20, next would be 15, then 10, and it can even go as low as 5% if keys have not been placed. So that's why 99ing keys are so important. So here I'm just pinging that we need to escape. Basically letting my team know that Nappa's on my butt and I don't have a transformation or any abilities to really escape from him. I forget if I get down here. I think he does find me. It's a shame because my instant transmission was so close to coming back. Yeah, at this point, there's nothing I could really do. He popped my floating device. That would have been my only shot of escape. So unfortunately, we are not able to defeat Nappa. Vegeta does keep Nappa, so this means that he'll be... if Nappa dies, it takes Vegeta a little bit longer for him to get his 8th form, and of course, he's not able to call Nappa because he's dead, right? So since Nappa lived, he can get 8 faster if he deals a lot of damage to us. So E is able to get the level 4 here. We have all the keys planted. The Super Time Machine is out. It's at 20%, so it's moving. It's almost at a quarter already. And I have my boys resing me here. So we're looking very good. We're looking very, very good. Gogeta's hooking me up with a soda. And at this point, we just got to make sure that Vegeta doesn't destroy the Super Time Machine. But even if he does, I mean, I'm fairly confident that we would be able to take him out. Because we have a full team alive, right? Unless we, we use our Dragon Changes unwisely. So I just use, instant transmission to get out of there. Because there's nothing I can really do in that situation. I can't fight. I would just be a liability. So I figured since my transformation isn't coming back for a while, I might as well just play Super Time Machine. And because the machine is at 20%, with one person on it, it was 60, and with me on it, it went up to 80. Yeah, Ryu drops me a rocket here. And now it's at, like, when the machine is at 20% startup rate, if you have 3 people on it, the speed bonus is 100%, which is insane. So I'm thinking here I might as well go ahead and grab some of the supplies. Because I don't even really need my level 3 per se, because I have Blast Volley set to my level 2. So that's pretty good to pepper the Raider regardless, but I do think I do grab my level 3 anyway. Yeah, also, to be more smart with your sodas, you recover more of your Dragon Change, or your cooldown is decreased dependent on your level. So if your Dragon Change is level 3, you'll actually recover less from the soda than if you were level 2. So that's why I drank my soda before I got my level 3. So at this point, you know, we're just absolutely putting the hurt on Vegeta. There's not really a lot he can do here. He's at the edge of the map, not really anywhere he can go. And it's really just a matter of time before he gets defeated. And of course he was. So you'll notice I wasn't using any super attacks here. And that was mainly just because Vegeta's Ki Blasts at level 3 are actually very good. They're very good against Ki spam. So if you find the Raider that you're going up against is just spamming Ki Blasts, which tends to be a lot of Raiders these days, unfortunately, a good way to combat that is with Vegeta and his Ki Blast. So here we get a perfect success. Everybody lives. I got diamond medals, and we cooked. We cooked this game. Very, very good. I'm pretty sure majority of my team here got all blue or diamond medals. So yeah, so we're going to be loading up to the next game here. And like I said, we ran into the same exact Raider, unfortunately. Shout outs to Please 95 the Keys for putting up with our BS 2 games in a row. I don't know. We were playing around like 1 or 2 a.m. So maybe that's why we were running into the same types of players. And here's me showing that I have 550 hours on the game. Just to let you guys know that I'm not BSing you. Also, I'm just floating in space again. I just want the players to load up that way I can throw my little border on. That way I'm not just like floating in space like I'm like a little ghost. But in terms of Rocky Fields, I feel like it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag because I'm not entirely familiar with the civilian spawn. So for me as a Raider, I'm not that comfortable on it yet. But for survivors, there's 2 iconic locations, which is Corrin's Tower and then Guru's Place. Guru's Place, I find, has a lot better supplies than Corrin's Tower. And it's a great place to hide Dragon Balls if you're the Raider. If you go to Guru's like throne room, or like his big chair. So we're going up against a Cell. He hands me a Super Soda, which is nice. And I'm a little perplexed because I'm like, damn, dude, do I drop the gold rocket? And I ended up doing just because like the Senzu is pretty valuable. So he gets a very fast level up. I mean, that's Cell, you know, using his inherent advantage, as I like to call it. So we're also cooking as well, man. We got 3 keys. And Cell wastes no time in destroying one of the areas, which is very smart on him, just because I doubt we got a majority of the supplies in A. So I think it really was smart on his part to get A destroyed as fast as possible. So unfortunately, I'm not able to get 2 charges from that machine. I'm only able to get 1. Don't have enough Zenny. But at this point, I'm looking up. I'm trying to see where Cell is. And since I don't see him anywhere near me, I figured might as well just get working on this key 99 it. It is a little risky to do because I don't have my Dragon Change. But I see here that Cell is very far away from me, so I'm confident that I'll be okay, even without my Dragon Change. Alright, so this key is 99, and I mark it to let my team know. And at this point, I'm pretty much just looking for cubes to get my level 1. And I find it. Alright, so at this point, we're looking pretty good. We have 2 people at level 0. We already have people dealing some solid damage to Cell. Unfortunately, Krillin does get down here. I think he does get the absorption on him. Yeah, I think I'm hoping and praying that this is a power-up machine, and it's not. So I do not have the Zenny for. I didn't have the Zenny for the power-up machine regardless. But one thing about cells, whenever you go up against a cell, you need to prioritize civilians as much as you can, just because cell is the raider that levels up the fastest and gets the most out of, you know, absorption. So you want to get as many survivors or civilians saved as fast as possible, just because it's just free level ups for cell.
Thanks.
Like, if he gets 2 civilians and 1 survivor, he's leveling up, like, full stop. So at this point, I'm trying to save Krillin here. I have a super soda, so even if he pops my first change, and like I said, depending on your dragon change, you recover more depending on your level. And since I have a super soda, I would recover basically my full change back using it. Unfortunately, I kind of threw here. I wasn't expecting Cell to come back as fast as he did. And I was hoping I could catch him off guard with a super attack while he was absorbing, but he heard my melee attack, so I had to. It wasn't worth fighting him here because I'm level 1, he's level 2. I'm not going to be able to win that battle, so I just pop my floating device and go on my merry way. I believe I popped my super soda here. I forget if I do. Yeah, I do. And as you see, I'm at 91%, so like you get it back insanely fast. The lower level you are. Because I believe if I was like level 3, I would only get 70% back and not like 90 like I did as level 1. So the reason why instant transmission to area B is just because I need to level up, dude. I feel like I'm kind of lacking in terms of levels, and I really want to get my level 2 so I can help fight Cell. Now, because I revived Krillin, Cell got his level 3, and we lost the player. So it was a lose-lose situation there. You know, I wasted a Senzu as well, so unfortunately, I probably should have just left Krillin to die, but I really was trying to save him there. Unfortunately, Cell was just in the area at the time. But the good news for us is that we do have all the Dragon Balls, but since Cell just leveled up, he was able to destroy the area that the summon was taking place. And Cell actually has the advantage here because none of us have a level 3. And we actually have a level 0 out still, believe it or not. And I hear a civvy here, and I'm like, bro, I really want to save this civvy because Cell does not need any help at this point. Especially when he's at level 3. You don't really want him getting any civvies. I try to stop him here, but unfortunately, I did not stop in time. I do some decent damage, but he does catch me here. I was a little pissed that the summoning took place at this exact moment because I'm like, damn, bro, like, is my stun still going to be activated? Fortunately enough, it was, but Cell was able to get out of it. And I think I just escaped Cell here. I feel like he could have took me out, so I was surprised that he let me go. So at this point, the level 4 needs to play pretty passively just because only 2 of us have our dragon changes, and we're not really too close on planting all the keys. So in retrospect, this might have been a misplay on my part. I ended up setting the key for E just because I was under the assumption that C and D were 99, but they were not. I believe either C or D wasn't even like touched. So I think I do end up setting E just because I can't really fight right now. All my active skills are on cooldown, so I can't really do anything besides setting this key. So I think that's the reason why I ended up doing it. But you'll see me using floating device like throughout this video, and I really think floating device is incredibly slept on. Like, if you have landing delay nullification and you're not using floating device, like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you get floating device every 30 seconds. I think it's a really high value active skill that you get so frequently, and I think it's really great for escapes and just traversing the map. You get it every 30 seconds, bro. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's a very dynamic ability in the game. One of the best. One of the best for sure. Yeah, fortunately, I don't have enough for another soda, so I don't have any items on me. I'm like, let me just buy some rockets in case I need the stun cell. I do find a Senzu, though, so I just dropped one of the rockets for the Senzu. So at this point, we're kind of at a stalemate with Cell. We're kind of just waiting for, you know, the rest of us to either level up or get our dragon changes back to try to do a coordinated, you know, either attack on Cell or to get these keys planted. You can see me kind of like going back and forth here because I generally don't really know what to do at this point. This is pretty awkward. Very awkward situation for us. Even with the level 4, right? Even with the level 4. Because level 4s can't just solo the Raider. They need the help of other survivors here. So you can't just recklessly, you know, charge at the Raider. So eventually, Cell is kind of just destroying buildings and stuff on the other side. And I tried to plant the key, but unfortunately I couldn't. And Cell's Kamehamehas are so easy to dodge. And I could tell the Raider just got fed up with me dodging them. And he's like, screw this, bro. I'm just going to use volley. And then I dodge his other super attack, which is very easy to dodge as well. Cell's down bad, bro. His kit is just not it, dude. It's just not it, unfortunately. So here I'm hoping to land a nice volley. I kind of throw it out here. And Cell does get some distance on me. So unfortunately, I'm not able to deal that much damage. But at the moment, Cell is distracted. We have 2 people transformed along with the level 4. So I figured if there's ever going to be a time to plant this key, it's going to be now. So I'm working on this key. And I believe C is very close to being planted. D was the only one that we did not work on. And the boys are cooking right now. The boys are cooking. You're seeing volleys pop off. You're seeing super attacks. Different varieties pop off. You're seeing charming pose out in the mix. At this point, I'm wondering if I even need to bother playing this key. But I do it just in case. And Cell at this point is on the defense. I'm playing this key as well just in case. I mean, at this point, we would absolutely have to throw for Cell to come back from this. It's like the only way Cell could come back is if he took out everybody that like didn't have a dragon change here. But I think I actually find like a thing of gloves, and I think I hit him with the gloves. Oh no, somebody else took him out. I think it was just like a stray key blast just took him out. So yeah, that's how we were able to take out that Cell. So like, I feel like this match was a good example of being cautious, just because we had to be careful there. And that's an example of why 99 keys is so important. By me setting E, it kind of cucked us because the Raider could kind of just monitor C and D, which are very close to each other. If I left E up, Cell might have been more inclined to go to E, which would allow us to plant keys in C and D a little easier. So I did misplay there, but we were able to pick up my slack. So this match, I actually just went raw right into. I forgot to show who the Raider was, but it was that was their name right there. So we did not run into 95 keys this match. So me and Cats go ahead and check out Frieza's ship. Frieza's ship on the first map and Green Coast. It tends to have pretty solid supplies, so that's why I hit it up. I got a green soda pretty early. Now, I tend to get really horny around level 1 Friezas, just because they don't have knockbacks, and I feel like any early damage you could deal to Frieza is great, just because Frieza's going to get his level 2 anyway, obviously, right? So if you could deal damage to him while he's level 1, I feel like that's fantastic, just because, you know, if Frieza has that passive where as he takes damage, he gets evolution power. So when you hurt him as a level 1, I feel like it's really high value, just because, you know, he's going to get that level 2 eventually anyway. So you might as well deal some damage to him as level 1.
You found a power key. Go slot it.
You're my savior.
So we already found a key, which is pretty nice. I'm saving some civs. There's a Senzu marked. I feel like a lot of survivors, even when you're playing with randoms, guys, like, mark items, like, mark high priority items for your team. Like, if it's a Senzu, if it's a Katana, when you're going up against a Vegeta, like, it really helps out your team, because you don't know when it's going to be needed. So, unfortunately, here we aren't able to take advantage of the 99 of the key strat, because Frieza leveled up pretty quickly, and we were just not ready for it. So, he takes out E without us planting the key. So the Super Time Machine is going to be at that 15% that I was mentioning before.
Great. You know what to do with that key.
So at this point, I'm not really trying to fight Frieza, just because he's level 2, I'm level 1, and there's not really any reason to fight him at this point. I grab a thing of Senzus here. In terms of like what's the better value, a rocket or a Senzu, I think it's pretty obvious that it's the Senzu, so that's why I dropped the rocket there. And at this point, I'm just trying to find the key for D, because I do have a key radar. Whenever you have a key radar, it is your job to find the keys. So you really should be going for the different areas. And of course, like I said, when you find a high priority item, make sure to mark it for the rest of your team. And that's why I mark D. Or the key radar, I mean. So Frieza was here, and I guess he was knocking into a bunch of items, and that's why there's some cubes on the ground. So Katz is already working on D, and he'll let us know once it's 99. And at this point, I'm just trying to find the key for E. That way we have all the keys found. And I actually goofed here. I overshot. It was that blue crate that had the key, and I was thinking it was this red one. But somebody else got it for me. I was like, where the hell's the key, dude? I thought I was just by it. And yeah, it was right above me. Somebody else grabbed it. So we're looking pretty good this game. We have everybody's level 2 except one of us. Oh, except 2 of us. So we're looking pretty good here. I'm very close to my level 3 at this point. I'm halfway through to my level 3. So oops.
Holy hell.
Sorry about that. The my computer was kind of taking a crap there. So I think this is about where we were. Alright. Oh. Back. Be back. Oh my god. Alright, okay. We're back. Sorry about that, guys. My laptop occasionally has heart palpitations, so I'm sorry about that.
Thank you very much.
So I'm pretty close to getting my level 3 here. I only need 2 more cubes to get it. And we found all the keys. So we pretty much just got to 99 them. So the keys that we have to be most careful about is A and E. Or not A and E. Well, honestly, yeah, no, it is A and E, because as you can see, the locations for those 2 keys are very, very, very close to each other. And I've had so many games where I've been in scenarios where those were the last 2 keys that we needed to place. And we went up against a Frieza, and as you know, Friezas can send Zarbon Dodoria out and basically monitor both spots at once. So it can be very difficult to plant these 2 keys. So that's why you gotta be very careful of these 2 in particular. So I'm working on A, trying to get this 199 as fast as possible. If Frieza does peek me, I think he actually does throw a super attack on my way. But we get pretty close to planting it, which is good. He throws Zarbon, actually. So at this point, I'm just like, bro, if he wants to throw down, let's throw down. Like, we all got our dragon changes. Like, let's go. I'm ready to fight, dude. So we clash here. And then E transforms. I dodge Zarbon. And he's just blasting his way, as Friezas tend to do. And I try to get him in a melee combo, but this is why you shouldn't mash. I was mashing the square button, and I ended up accidentally doing my Ki Blast. 18's Ki Blasts are very good, but in that exact position, I did not want to be using Ki Blast there. So we plant A and E, just because I said those are the problem keys. And then we plant B right after. So at this point, Frieza is still fighting us, and he's probably like, bro, what the hell? They just planted the keys? So that's how, you can overroll the Raider pretty quickly. Also, I want to point out that cool little parkour I did with the floating device. Y'all gonna give me some props for that, dude. You gotta gas me up. If you guys don't know, actually, your jump height increases each time you land on the floating device. So if you pop it and just keep landing on it, your height actually increases. It's not always viable or usable, but it was usable for me right there, so that's why I did it. And I think I actually found yeah, I got really lucky and I found a large cube here. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like Beerus' Craving Earth's Delight ability isn't even like that necessary, considering that I found a big cube there, luckily. But your luck always is going to be that goated. So Frieza actually pieces me up here, I believe, or no, we piece him up. I forget. But yeah, as you can see here, Vegeta's Ki Blasts are keeping back Frieza's Ki Blast, which is pretty impressive. And although you can't see it, I hit him with a Charming Pose, a Big Bang, and someone else hit him with a Kamehameha. And bing, bada boom, bada bing, Frieza's out of there. So, Green Coast, it can be a very survivor-sided map, but if you do misplay with A and E, it can turn right around into the Raiders' favor. So you got to be very mindful of that. But I feel like that match, we did a pretty good job. Not as many misplays in that one. That was kind of just a very typical, just good plays all around. So I believe this is the third match. So I'll commentate one more, and then the next couple matches I'll just leave to the gameplay. And in the future, if you guys want me to commentate all the matches, by all means, I'll commentate all the matches. But I figured you guys have heard me speak enough. I've been speaking for about half an hour now, so if you're tired of my voice, you know, I get it. And we ran into Please 95 the keys again, bro. 3 times, bro. And these were consecutive matches. I did not cut anything here. These were 3 consecutive matches that we had back to back to back. I mean, I did cut like the in-between. I didn't want you guys like to see me queuing up or anything like that, because I feel like that's a little unnecessary to show. But yeah, no, these were the matches back to back to back. We found Please 95 the keys like back to back. Then we had another Raider, and then we found him again. So it was kind of crazy. This is the last match that we had with him, and this one I believe was a pretty good one. It got fairly close. The closest match I think we had in this video is when we picked up Papa SAIYAN, who is a really chill dude, big supporter of the channel, so shout outs to him. We had a lot of close games with him. I think the last game, or one of the last games we had, was a Boo game, and that one we almost lost, but we still got the dub. So I'm excited for you guys to see that match and see how we clutch that out. But spoilers, I guess. But I mean, this is all Survivor dubs, bro. I mean, I didn't cut anything out here, guys. We played for an hour and some change and not lose a single Survivor game. I mean, you could argue that, you know, us dying is like an L. But, I mean, the Super Time Machine activating or the Raider being defeated, in my opinion, is a dub for all the survivors, even if you die. But, you know, it depends what you ask. So, we're cooking this game, dude. We have 3 keys found, but unfortunately, Frieza does destroy the area. I mean, it's so early on, we didn't really have the opportunity to 99 that key. But Waterfront Warzone is probably the best map for Frieza in particular, just because he can throw Zarbon and Dodoria to any of the areas, and the map is so open that you're pretty bound to find a survivor. And I feel like finding civilians on this map isn't really that difficult either. So for Frieza's in particular, I feel like this map is like, you know, paradise for them. So we're already cooking on Dragon Balls. We have 5 already. Cats has 1 and E has the other. And at this point, I'm just trying to find the keys for C and D. So I forget if I have a radar or not, but I do not. I mean, I have a radar, but not a key radar. Yeah, I see Ryu go into this cave, so I'm like, I'll let him have it. And then I just screw off and go to this crate. Got a Dragon Radar. I don't need it. Got 4 balls now. Now we have all the keys except D. Now, D and E on this map is very similar to A and E on Green Coast. Like, depending on the keys, depending on the map, like, as you guys play, you know, games, you'll realize which key places are very close to one another. So, D and E on this map are those problem keys that you gotta be very careful. You don't want them to be the 2 remaining keys that you need to place, because you could be in trouble. So here, I was kind of panicking a little bit. I didn't know if I should summon or not. I probably should have just summoned there, because Frieza was executing a survivor, so I had ample time to start the summon. But as you can see, he's getting closer to me, so I was getting a little nervous of if I should just, you know, summon somewhere else. But I'm seeing where that pedestal is, and I'm seeing where B's is, and I'm like, man, I'm just going back to D to summon. And that's, I think that is what I end up doing. I forget if I plant this key or not. I think yeah, I do. The reason why I do is just because, like I said, E and D are problem keys, so I just wanted to plant D, that way we don't have to worry about being, you know, like in Dead by Day they call it like 3-gen, so we didn't want to be like in a scenario where the Raider could easily, you know, camp the D and E keys. So the reason why I transformed, why I summoned it, is because I believe when you summon Shenron and you're transformed, the summoning actually is faster, so that's why I did that. So I get the level 4 here. 2 people are downed. And I think, unfortunately, I tried to save Gogeta here. I mean, to be honest with you, it probably wasn't my job to res Gogeta there, because I had all the Dragon Balls. One of the other guys probably should have did it. But it was a misplay on our parts for not resing him there. We should have resed him. There was no reason for Gogeta to die there, really. Frieza wouldn't even buy him. So I'm letting people know that this key is 99. This was another misplay I made. I accidentally planted this key, kind of thinking that those guys were working on B. So I planted E, kind of expecting B to be immediately planted right after. But then I noticed that Cats was in Boo's house. I'm like, oh crap, that's not where the key is. So I give him a soda just because I don't need it on the level 4. So my job is to distract the Raider. So I try to do just that because this was my throw here. I misplayed by planting E. So I really try to help out and plant this key as fast as possible. So I got it to about half, and at this point, my job is to distract Frieza while my fellow survivors plant B. That way we get the Super Time Machine cooking. Because the other guys are not going to be able to help me fight the level 4 until Trunks gets the supplies coming. And we're not going to be able to get the supplies unless that key is planted. So as you can see, this is why I think Super Saiyan Vegeta is such a good transfer, because I'm able to keep Frieza's Ki Blast at level 3 at bay. And I think in terms of Ki Blast, Frieza has the most powerful ones. Like, they're so spammy, they're so fast, they have so much range. I did miss with that charming pose there. I was kind of choking, I'm not going to lie. I was choking a lot here, but I did clutch up in the end. What the Raider does here, which is a pretty smart move on his part, that he uses area destruction while he's close to full health. The Super Time Machine isn't really cooking that much. So he wastes the Dragon Change of my survivors here. So the only way they're going to get their Dragon Changes back is with... oh, we're lagging out here. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. My laptop, again, just has heat strokes. Just because I think this is such a long recording. And, I don't know, it makes my laptop have a stomach ache. So, at this point, let me rewind back here. Just in case we missed it. Yeah, so since Frieza... And it's pausing again, I love that. Yeah, so since Frieza's destroying the area... I figure I might as well just start cooking on the Super Time Machine, and Ryu does the same. And I throw out the floating device there just so I have a quick escape. Jumping into the floating device as a transfer, I feel like is such a powerful technique that you can do in this game that a lot of people don't know about. And in combination with landing decay from Whis, it's so good, dude. It's so good. It's so good. So here I'm trying to hit Frieza with the big bangs, but I just feel like the range, unfortunately, is not enough. So I'm trying to like hit him from the side from the AoE of the big bangs. The big bang is not just like a single like little bullet. When it explodes, the Raider gets hit by that explosion, it actually does hurt them. And I actually landed there. That was raw. Like I wasn't locked onto him. So props to me, bro. Landing a raw big bang locked on, or not locked on. I thought I was cute, I thought I was sexy, and I thought I could land another one there. I missed, but I landed one there. And Shin is peppering him with volley. That, like, this map, Waterfront Warzone, if they destroy C, it is so easy to press them with volley. Just because, you know, there's like an invisible wall there by the Super Time Machine. So at this point, I'm just distracting Frieza so my boys can get their Dragon Changes. I even wait to attack him here. And then someone hits him with a volley. I hit him with a big bang. And at this point, Frieza is on his way out because multiple people are transforming at this point. And I'm just trying to keep Frieza's Ki Blast at bay with my own Ki Blast. That's what's so good about Vegeta, man. Like, his Ki Blasts are so spammy, so it just counteracts, you know, Raiders who are also using the Ki Blast a lot. I use the grapple here to get some, get a little closer to Frieza there, but I feel like I played the level 4 there pretty well, considering, you know, my misplay with the key. I did that multiple times in this video, so as you can see, I'm not perfect, but, you know, there's definitely always rooms for improvement, but managing the keys and placing them in the right times will definitely, you know, improve your games. But as you can see, there's definitely opportunity to, you know, make up for those mistakes, which I was able to do here. So I believe we have 2 or 3 games left. We have a Boo game, I think we have a Vegeta game, and we have a Frieza game right here. So yeah, this is the rest of the video. This is where the commentary is going to end, so I'm going to go ahead and remove my cam here. Let me know in the comments below, boys, if you want me to do this video with full commentary. I could very well do that if you want me to in the future, but I figured, you know, I've talked for like more than a half hour at this point, so maybe you just want to see the gameplay and just like kind of observe instead of hearing me like talking to your ear. So I'm going to leave the recording to do its thing, and if you guys enjoyed this type of video, let me know in the comments. If you want to see this more, I definitely can do this whenever I go grind with the homies. Let me know how I can improve this. Full commentary, less commentary. If you even like this type of video, all that good stuff. Like the video you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel for more Dragon Ball The Breaker showcases, updates, funny moments, and hour-long gameplays like these potentially in the future. With that being said, you know, I'll wait to you guys.
You're a big help.
Peace out. Good luck, Iron. You got it, man. I believe in you. Bye.
Found a power key. Go slot it.
Welcome.
Thanks.
You're done. Help. Let's go. That wasn't half bad. Holy hell. Ah, you bastard.
That's a new power key. Place it now.
I owe you one.
Even after I've demonstrated the difference in our power, you still wish to fight me.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
Well, welcome. Whoa.
That's a new power key. Place it now.
Oh my, you have at least some skill.
It shall be done. I will grant your wish.
Holy hell.
Now then, who shall I send to hell first?
Oh, come on! Give me a freaking break.
The startup system for the super time machine is ready. Head there now.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Holy hell. Here comes the pain. Let's go. What?
Can you hear me? It's Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
You're
Found
a big
power
help.
key. Go slot it.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Let's go. Stay calm. Stay calm.
need some help.
That was a piece of cake!
That's a new power key. Place it now.
Welcome. Oh. Welcome.
Your allies knocked out. Can you save them?
That was a piece of cake! Holy hell! You're done! That's it! You? Oh man. Holy hell. Oh man.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
I'll turn you into chocolate!
That's a new power key.
Thanks.
Place it now. Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
Stay calm. Stay calm.
Welcome. Thank you.
You've got all 7 Dragon Balls. Summon Shinron at the altar.
Understood.
Access the startup system from the central area. Just a little more to go, then you're done.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Holy hell. Show you what I can do.
This is not good.
Holy hell.
One of your allies needs some help. I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them.
Uh-oh.
Holy hell.
Transform!
You're done.
Your allies knocked out. Can you save them? Someone is down. Can you help them?
Holy hell.
One of your allies needs some help. Not good. Someone is down. Can you help them?
Close.
Here's something to take.
You'll be dead soon. So allow me to show you the true power of a Saiyan elite.
Can you hear me? It's Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots. You found a power key. Go slot it.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Your ass is toast! Holy hell. Oh, man.
That's a new power key. Place it now.
You get? You get?
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick. That's a new power key. Place it now.
Oh, man.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
You'd better make this fun for me.
Are you here to save me?
stupid attack. What a stupid attack!
One of your allies needs some help. Not good. Someone is
You're
down.
done!
Can you help them?
Come on! I need you! Shoot! Come on! Calm. Be calm.
The altar.
Oh man.
The startup system for the super time machine is ready. Head there now.
Now, consider it done.
Oh man.
I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them.
Oh man. Holy hell.
Your allies knocked out. Can you save them?
Thanks. Close. Be calm. Be calm. Ah! Oh man. Holy hell.
Not good. Someone is down. Can you help them? What happened? Gallic gun!
Little.
Come on!